morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. This is what my morning looks like. This is where I wake up and I start answering. I'm homeschooling six kids. Each kid got seven teachers. So I have to wake up and go through all of the emails, messages, the everything. So with each kid having seven teachers, they can reach out to me 1,000 times a day. So I wake up this early. I go to bed answering emails, and I wake up answering emails. And these aren't my children, in case you're wondering. These are other people's children. So that's where we're at. That is where we are at. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Very time consuming. Hello, Alberto. Hello, Coogee. Hello, Vpon. Yeah, so I really do have to get up extremely early. I have to go to bed extremely late in order to make all this happen. So that is it. That's how my day looks. What are you guys up doing? What are you guys up doing? People always think I have all this time and all this. No, I don't. My day starts out early, my day ends late. I often don't go to bed till 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. So the fact that I have to wake back up at 5 to answer more emails, messages, look over school assignments, you name it, I'm up doing it. Story of my life. People are always like, why don't you do this? Well, okay, when am I going to fit it in? How do I fit that in? Oh, yeah, we'll just add that to my schedule. Why not? Sure, I'd love to. Hey, John. Baby, I'm not tweaking. I homeschool people's children. What are you talking about? I homeschool people's children, baby. What are you talking about? Started out with 12, I'm down to 6. What are you talking about? Make that make sense. I mentor people in my community up to age 30. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, you wouldn't know that sacrifice. And I don't even get paid for it. I just do it on GP. I do it because I'm built like that. I understand you wouldn't know that sacrifice. You wouldn't know how to mingle amongst your community. I understand. Good morning, Jungle. How are you, honey bun? I'm at work waiting for the sun to rise, driving. Well, may you have the best day at work ever, honey bun. The point of you commenting on my shorts would be what? What? You've never seen shorts? I'm trying to figure it out. The point of you commenting on shorts would be what, baby? I'm awake. That's half the battle. I won. I woke up today. I woke up today. Yeah. No, Juggernaut. I was just saying, people don't realize. They think I have all this time in this world, all this free time. I'm really up this early answering emails, messages. Since I've went to bed, I'd like to show you, but it's just too work. I'm too tired to even do it at this point. Yeah, emails on deck. Where do you want to start at? And a lot of times when I'm on live, people don't know I got 2 or 3 phones running. I got the laptop. You think I'm just looking at YouTube on the laptop. I'm not. I'm doing emails. I'm checking school assignments. I'm doing all types of stuff. I'm doing all types of stuff. Can I comment on your shorts on YouTube? Oh, you talking about the shorts. Yeah, I was gonna say, what, the shorts I got on? John, it's too early for that crap. I'm sorry. I'm not woke yet. I'm not woke yet. It's too early. Listen, it's early, y'all. I've been up since 4. What time is it now? I don't even know what time it is now. What time is it? Let me see. All these things ain't nothing even showing the time. Let me see. What time is it? What are you about to do, Jungle, now? Oh, I've been up for an hour and 10 minutes already, y'all. I'm exhausted. I'm so freaking exhausted. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start at, y'all. Exhausted is an understatement. Right now, I'm living off probably 2 hours sleep. Yeah, I probably got about 2 hours sleep, y'all. That's what I got. So this is how real life really works for me. This is how my real life really works. For those that don't know, now you know. I'm so tired, y'all. I don't even know what to do. So this is my plan. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm going to go ahead and get me a little rest after this before I got to go to work. That's my plan. Will it really happen? Probably not. But that is my plan. That's what my mind tells me to do. I don't think it's going to work like that, but here we are. I get an A for effort. I woke up today, so that's all that matters. I woke up today, another day to be great. I need to shift gears back to yard work, but I really haven't done too much in the house still, so I'm like you. Don't know where to start today. Woke up in these cramps. Chose war again today. Yeah, that's another thing. My stomach was hurting me. I was actually going to try to sleep till 5, but my stomach was hurting me. I'm like, man, let's just get up. Let's get up and do this. Is this what we're doing, or this what we're doing? My kidneys, you guys, my kidneys are just they're really hurting me. My kidneys are hurting me a lot. A lot. Actually, what really woke me up was I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to take my medicine. Where's my medicine at? I'm like, oh, it's out in the car. Then I'm like, you know what? You might as well get up and do your emails. You would have got up at 5 anyways, but just you're up now. Do it. Yeah, I'm drinking water, but my kidneys are failing. So it really ain't much I can do. My kidneys are failing. I'm trying everything. Yeah, my kidneys are failing. So I'm just like, what else could happen? What else could happen? I ain't winning. I'm jungle now. I just had that triple surgery back in May, but here we are. I told you we checked all the major things, but there were also major things we didn't check, and now I'm wondering why. Right now, I'm really supposed to be working on my story. It took me forever to start, but I got it. I think you would love it, Granny. I bet I would. Am I going to get to see this story? Sorry, prayers your way, sweetheart. Thank you, hon. Yeah, I ain't feeling too well, y'all. It'd be a little hard to sleep. It'd be a little hard to get comfortable. And just knowing the fact that my kidneys are not working properly, that's not like, not really a fun fact. But, what the heck can you do? I woke up this morning. We'll figure it out after that, I guess. I woke up this morning. Day by day. That's all we're going to do. Day by day. Day by day. We're not calling it over until it is over. Do you hear me? It's not over until I can no longer breathe. And as long as I'm of sound mind and body, that's what we're doing. Good morning, honey bun. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it's just hard for me to sleep because the pain just gets really intense. So that's where I'm at now. I'm just like, oh, that's right. You had that surgery. I'm gonna mix you up some herbs and minerals. We're gonna let them kidneys operate like God said. You will get to read it. Okay, okay. I can't wait. I can't wait. I love things like that. Yeah, we checked what did we check? We checked my liver, my stomach, colon, intestines. I got lost 4 inches of my intestines. Blah, 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 blah. But here we are. Got to get monthly blood work. Yeah, so I'm over it. So right now I'm just kind of chilling because I know that day is going to come where things are going to change, things are going to get worse. So I'm just trying to live life while I can, where I'm still somewhat comfortable, and able to do whatever I need to do. Because I know that time's going to come when it gets worse. So I'm just using common sense. Love you, girlie. You'll be okay. I'm here for you. Thank you, hon. Yeah, just trying to hang in there. I'm just trying to handle business while I'm able to handle business. That's what I tell myself. Well, I don't tell myself, but that's what I ask myself. I'm like, when is that day going to be when you're just in too much pain you can, or when things just ain't going to work out right no more? Or I would offer you a kidney, but mine's still trying to finish drinking the alcohol I ingested 10 years ago. You used to be lushing. I wasn't even lushing. Gosh darn it. Well, thank you for offering me one of your dilapidated kidneys. I'll take it because I'm sure it's better off than mine. That's funny. Where can I comment on your shorts on YouTube? Sweetie, you comment wherever you want to, honey. Comment wherever you want to. Good morning, Fly Life. How are you, honey bun? I'm up doing the emails and everything else, what I'm up doing. Stomach was hurting a little bit, but I'm up. I'm up. Looking like trash. Oh. I get an A for effort. Alberto, make it make sense. You stand up. Who you talking to? You stand up. I'm somebody's grandmother. I ain't doing none of that. Are you even worth standing up for? Do you even deserve any of that? Are you that thirsty and that hungry? That's all you got? Come on, find you something else to do now. Find you something else to do. I'm not impressed by you. You actually look like a weak, lame ass man right now. And nobody in the chat like, yeah, you did your big one, bruh. You're not impressing nobody. Fine, go to some other thoughts page. I know that's how the women in your life act, but I don't act like that. I don't do strange things for change, okay? Just because the women in your family are 304s and do something for nothing, I don't do that. It just goes to show sometimes the type of women you guys are around. I guess. Whatever. I feel bad for you. That ain't even being flirty. That's being lame. That's being lame. That's being lame is imagine you being a man, and not knowing how to walk into a room and address yourself appropriately. Imagine that, Alberto. Joke is on you, not me. And just because you would desire me, I probably wouldn't be turned on by you. Imagine that. Imagine that. A lot of times, what you men want, them women don't even want you. I'm just letting you know. Let me put you up on game. You can want something all day long. It don't mean it wants you. Ding, ding, ding. I don't want to be the one to tell you that secret this early. Thursday. I don't even like men that move like you. The fuck? A man should act like a man at all times. And some men just can't. On here acting like teenagers. That's what's crazy to me. Acting like teenagers, people in their early 20s, and half y'all don't even be that age. That's a crazy thing. Let's call a thing a thing. That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy. You're down bad. You're down bad. No woman is looking at you like, yeah, I want you, loser. Then pickup lines work for the type of women you like, I'm sure. Little trash women. Learn how to walk into a room and fill the room out. Especially when a woman's in here talking about her kidneys ain't even functioning properly and you want me to stand up. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Things we talk about. Good morning, Chance. Jungle Now. Sometimes you're just looking. You're just when people say things, you're just looking. You're just looking. You're just like, okay, all righty. What are you up to this morning, Chancey Wancy? What are you up to this morning, Chancey Wancy? You guys, I've been thinking about cutting my hair so long. I'm trying to do this thing. Listen, for those who don't know me, I try to grow this hair for my daddy. My daddy is in heaven. He wanted me to be a lady with all this freaking hair. You don't have to stand up. Oh, I'm not standing up. What? I don't do strange things for change. What? I don't even deal with men that talk to me like that. So ain't nobody got to tell me what I ain't got to do because I ain't doing it anyways. I don't need nobody to lead me through life. I do what I want. Listen, there's two types of women in the world. One that lays up with a man because she has to, and one that lays up because she wants to. Which one do you think I am? Okay, we're just going to start there. That's funny because you were saying that could have been saying that could have close ones call me that. I'm just bored. Oh yeah? I've been hearing some folks say this situation gonna break him, but I don't think so. Yeah, anyways, my daddy, he went to heaven and he wanted me to grow this hair. He said, "You're getting older. You gotta grow your hair. Don't cut it." My dad's just a little white man. No, not a little white man. I take that back. My dad is the most beautiful. He just happens to be white. But I do tell people that because I'm very proud of my daddy. My dad was a very powerful man. So, no, my hair looks like, let's be honest. But I grew this hair for my daddy. And I'm trying to be a good young lady, good daughter, and have this hair. But daddy, I don't like it. If you don't mind me asking, what's happening to your kidneys? They're not functioning properly. So I'm sure if you understand, that when your kidneys don't function properly, the chain of actions that could come about. Hey, for your age and everything you went through, it looks fantastic. Yeah, because I am old, bitter. Nah. I'm not bitter, but yeah, I am an older woman. I am an older woman. Just know I tell everybody I could date Mike Tyson and it wouldn't be weird. I'm that old. Yeah, yeah. That's actually so that's how I woke up today. I woke up because my stomach was hurting. I'm like, oh, you forgot to take your medicine. The medicine was out in the car. So yeah. And I'm like, well, you might as well get up and do your emails and do whatever you gotta do and blah 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 blah. I'm young and bitter. It's all right. Oh, I love that. That's so funny. I needed that laugh. Well, let me tell you. That's your best one. You are not gonna be able to outdo yourself today. That is your best one for the day. High five. Oh, I love you for that. Listen, a laugh a day keeps the doctor away. Amen to that. I love that. I love that. Okay, John. Well, I'm old and not wrapped right. So how about that? That makes us we're the same, just in different ways. And I'm wrapped plenty right. I'm wrapped plenty right, but I am very rough around the edges. I do have a story. I'm gonna always look. I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. It's times I gotta tell myself, will you sit your ass down? Will you sit down, sis? Will you sit down? And you know what? And I still put my hands on people every now and then. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to be no liar. I'm an honest woman. But it's times I have to tell myself, grow up, granny. Grow up, granny. Ooh, I'm for it. Work in progress. That's right. And you too definitely are a work in progress. I remember those days. I remember those days. But here's the beauty of it all. You guys, you hear me? I'm getting congested. Oh, don't know if it's allergies or cold. I'm praying allergies. It's looking a little iffy. I can't win, y'all. Every time I turn around, y'all remember I went out with my friend and I don't even know if I got to show y'all. I don't have a picture, but my friend girl does. I know for a fact. I would make her give it to me. And I'm going to post it. I went out with my friend girl, my eyes swole shut. I had an allergic reaction. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Sometimes you have to use them hands just so they stay operable. I don't mean to do it. So, am I always welcome to your live stream? Listen, as long as you're respectful, treat me nice, I'll treat you nice, I'll treat you how you need to be treated. Anything outside of that, you'll get blocked. That's it. Depending on my day, you might last a little longer. You irritate, but on the wrong day, you irritate me, I might just let you go. A little faster without even saying nothing. Anything could happen. Oh no, joke now. That ain't. I kind of felt that way too. That's your one for the day. I'm trying not to be what's the word? What's the word? You're a bad influence. I'm trying not to be badly influenced. I'm trying to be the grandmother that I am. One day, one of these young children are going to take Granny down. Then what are we going to do? You don't use it, you lose it. That's what I was taught. Listen, that's a true statement. But you know what? I'm going to tell you like this, Mike. I understand you. I'm not as versatile as I was in my fighting days. I'm noticing now, my last little fight, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of like Mike. I was staggering a little bit. I was questioning myself. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Listen, true statement. It wasn't like the sturdy fight that it usually was. And at that point, I realized I said, well, unless the other person I'm fighting is intoxicated, it might always not be a win for me. So unless we're both walking the same way, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be good, but my mama said I can't be good. I need to be careful. Well, listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, my dad told me everything for themselves. Worried about you. That's what my daddy told me, minus the cuss words. I'm just giving you the broke down version. You know, I'm sure, just know his talk definitely didn't go nothing like that. It was more like, let me tell you what my daddy's talk would be like. Hold on. My daddy's talk would be like, hold on, y'all. My daddy's talk would be like, baby, the only thing I could ask is that you and your children are good people. Just be good people. Love each other, love others, love yourself. Just, that's all I ask. It's not about the money. You've been raised in money. Money means nothing. Look how I live. Just pay attention. Just look. This means nothing. This means nothing. My job as a man, this is how my dad would talk, no lies. My job as a man is to take care of my family. That means you, your siblings, your children, their children if they have them, your mother. My job is to take care of my family till I go to heaven. All I ask is that my children are good people. It's not about where they work at. It's not about good people. That's all I ask. That's all that matters. So no, my dad actually wouldn't have me. He wouldn't want me out there acting crazy. My dad, when I act crazy, rest in heaven. My dad calls me a effing savage. I'm just letting you know, a effing savage. And let me tell you something. That's like the only bad word he will say to me. And he just don't say effing savage. And when he says that, just know he's disgusted. He's disgusted. He is disgusted. When he says effing savage, just know, oh yeah, oh yeah. So just imagine, y'all. Just imagine. I got my daddy, the best little, just heaven sent person ever that's just got this big heart that's just helping. Not saying my dad, I'm not saying my dad was never a young boy. I'm not saying my dad was a perfect man because that's far from it. My dad used to drink. My dad used to do everything that everybody else did. I know my dad married a bad bitch. I do know that. I remember growing up, it was different. It was a little different because they were hippies, and that's back when the women were running around without bras and nips was hanging out, and it was just a different day. It was a different day, and I just remember looking at everybody else's mom, and my mom ain't never looked like their mom. My mom had a whole different aesthetic to her. So every time I would see my mother, she was, yeah, my dad was a hippie. He was a white hippie. They had long, beautiful hair, and he looked like, you know what they say Jesus looked like? That's what my dad looked like. I mean, not true to form, but that's he was a white man. Do you have a marriage? I do not have a marriage. But no, they were just hippies, and it was just a cute time. It was a cute, it was a very cute time. It was a different thing. It was just innocent. It was just an innocent time, and it was just something. It was just something. And my dad married my mom. He was so infatuated with my mother. He actually went and met my mother. It's a lot of stuff I won't. The secretive, but he went and met my mother, and he didn't see color. He didn't see anything. He just seen a woman that he loved. That's it. That's it. They were friends before they were anything. You gotta remember, they were hippies. They were home back then. Being homeless was cool. It ain't like homeless now. Back then everybody was. See, I almost said everybody was living kind of like that. It's just what it was a totally different day. Totally different day. Yeah, but boy, he met my mom. That was it. He's oh yeah, I'm finna marry her and take care of her. I'm going to heaven with this lady. And that's just what he did. That's just what he did. Met him a foreign lady and had some foreign babies. But what's so crazy though is every time this is something that was always so weird to me. We didn't talk about. I don't even know what color my dad thought his children were. He didn't. He never talked about race. He never talked about race. It was never. Not saying maybe he didn't mention race as other people, but if we would try to say we were this, we were that, we were that, it's like he didn't want to hear it. And it was just kind of like, how can I explain it? It just didn't matter to him. What are you talking? Like we were his offspring. Like we came out of his nutsack. What are you talking to me about race for? I don't see you as a racial. I don't see you like, yeah, I had a lady. You're my kids. All that other stuff. What's that mean? You're my kids. I don't even want to talk about it. That's what he say. You're my kids. Yeah, it's something that really wasn't talked about in our house. Only time it was talked about is like when people would say racial things to my mom. Like one day somebody called her Mexican and she was so offended. Mexican? What do you think? That's all there is in the world? White, blacks, and Mexicans? And she would find like a slick way to cut you. She cut it open too. She found a slick way to try to be polite with it. Child. Yeah, it was weird. Like you can never even finish a sentence about race, even in his elderly late age. Like he just didn't see us as a race. He just seen us. It'd be weird because I really want to talk about my race. He'd be like, nope. Okay. All right. Okay. So it was, I don't know, I can't explain it. Yeah, he didn't in his mind, most parents would be like, I got a Puerto Rican and black baby, or you know, that never once, it just was never. It was never. Oh, but then my mother, let me tell you something. Oh, yeah, we talked about her race. I'm talking about my mother had how you go get like those baseball jackets, stuff like that. Oh, she had those for like every ethnicity. He had her one. I'm talking about she just had a lineup. She had a lineup. I'm telling you, she had one that said Hawaii, like I'm telling you, or Pacific Islander. I mean, she had one for every like being ethnicity was a sport. I promise you. He went and had them made. Have a good day, honey bun. Yes, he was team mother. He loved my mother, y'all. Have a good day, honey bun. The best day ever. He loved my mother. He supported her, whatever it was, whatever she was, whatever it was. And then, they owned their home, and he went and had a iron, what would you call it? The things on the porch, a very fancy iron railing made for her. And he also had somebody that knows how to cut iron properly, cut like all the little, all places, ethnicities in her. It's on her front porch as well. So he totally supported her. He was totally proud of everything about her. He was just a man. He loved you. He loved you. He didn't see color. He didn't see color. And what makes it so bad, I want to tell you this. It's a beautiful story. My dad at one point was prejudiced. Let me explain this to you. My dad was at one point prejudiced. And it's not because he meant to be prejudiced or anything like that. Back in those days, like the place he was from, there was miles between each house. So they didn't even see black people. It just was what it was. My dad was in his 60s when he went to heaven. So it was just a different day. So when I say prejudice, he just wasn't around. So that there does give them a form of, because anything you're not around and you're unsure of. So the fact that he even went and met my mother, liked my mother, birthed babies by her, was like how that even happened. Yes, but my dad had a very, very big heart. He was a business owner. And what he would do, he would go to people's houses. And just because you own a home, if you're renting it, living in it, whatever it is, it doesn't mean you have money. People think that means you have money. There's situations where people bought homes and got older, don't have money, whatever it is, or just anything. Somebody inherited a home. It's anything. Just things happen to people in life. So my dad would go to people's house and do jobs. First, you go there in a service call. You investigate. You see what's going on. Whatever it is, you see how bad it is. And my dad would take it out the kindness of his heart sometime and do jobs that would cost lots of money. Lots of money. He'd bring in a whole team and everything and just do it on the house just because he could. It didn't matter if he was white, black, pink, or purple. That's how he got down. That's how my father got down. Wherever he was in public, especially if he was in front of a man, especially a younger man, he was always giving life lessons, life gems, just doing what he was supposed to do. He hired people that needed help. He did a lot. My dad did a lot. He'd help people get cars, Mother used to be infuriated, very infuriated. And not because she didn't like people or like to help people, because my dad didn't have a spending cap or a limit. So, you know how, most people are like, oh, well, we only got this much money. This is all I can give. But when you're a business owner, you know what I mean? You're able to do a little bit more. So you don't put a limit on what you would do to help somebody. If you're going to help that person, you chose that person for a reason. And my mother would just be like, yeah, my father was different. He was built way different. They don't make a lot of men like that. And he was one of those men where if he was in public, anybody was messing with a woman, you know how I always say men are supposed to protect women at all costs? My father is that man. He's that man. So if he's in public and you're messing with some woman, he's standing up for that woman. That's what he's doing. If he sees a woman on the side of the road, oh, God forbid she has kids, oh, yeah, he's definitely helping. He's not out there like how people get on here saying dumb things to me and just acting dumb to women in general. He wasn't one of those men. He was a real man. He didn't do them things. He carried himself as a man at all times. When he walked into the room, a real man, when they walk into the room, they ain't got to say nothing. My dad walked around in old work clothes. That's what he did. And it wouldn't even be old, they just be work clothes. You get chemicals. My dad walked around in work clothes every day. They was clean, but they was work clothes. He wasn't even that type of man. None of that stuff meant nothing to him. None of that. He even drove an old work van around. That he didn't even have to drive around. None of that stuff meant nothing to him. Imagine having money like that and just nothing means nothing. That it means nothing. What meant something to him, that his family was good? Child, man is man. Real men do real things. He said, that's what I do all this for, to take care of my family. And then when he got older and he got sick, he was so disappointed at himself. And his exact words, I wish I never got sick. I was going to take care of my family forever. That was my job. Hurt him to the core. That's what real men do. Real men love their children and their wives. That's right, Daddy. You go, Daddy. Yeah, I had a good daddy, y'all. I had a good daddy. My daddy made it where you didn't need no husband, child. All you had to do, hey, Daddy, what do I do? If you can't figure it out, Daddy, what do I do? I would call my dad, because he owned his own business. I called him from 7 o'clock in the morning till probably 8 o'clock at night. I talked to him all day long, all day long. I was a daddy's freaking girl. That's right. I used to go everywhere with my daddy. My daddy did man stuff, fishing, shooting, four-wheeler. My dad was a country man. We lived on a farm. So I would just be outside with my daddy doing man stuff all day long. That's what I did. I don't even really know what girls did back then. I was out there doing man stuff. Man stuff with the daddy. Now listen, the best life you could ever live, any child. I myself, still to this day, I think every child should get the luxury to be in a farm setting for a summer. Life altering. Life altering. It's just something about those kids that just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the whole scenario of you're learning to care for something. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying all farm kids, But if you do the majority rules, any child that's been out there in the farm country, whatever it is, for a longer period of life, they are just built totally different. Their respect level is different. It's just a whole different. You take that child, and I'm not saying all, but we're going with the majority rules. That child with the inner city child, and it's not about being black, white, pink, or purple. It's really not. Because listen, there's black cowboys all around that people don't even know about. So it's just those that get to experience that life. They're a little less likely, you know, to be one of those crime spree type persons. I'm just saying. It's just a lot that life has to teach children, and I just wish there was some way that all children could just go do something involved in that area, just every summer. You know what I'm saying? Just teaching children something different. Just it's a different, them them children that are introduced to that country lifestyle. They just have a level of compassion and caring and common sense that a lot of young adults will no longer carry at one point. I'm just saying. Take advantage of the smartness while you can. But no, that'd be a good thing for those children. Life altering. Life altering. Now, and here's another thing a lot of people don't even know. You associate blacks with just being gangsters, but there's a whole side of a black community that rides around on horses all day long. Young children. Young, it's cool to do it. It's still a thing. So I'm just telling them little country children come away, their morals just hit a little different. And I ain't mad at it. Those that know. It just does something to your character, your morals, your everything. That inner city, that ain't nothing but poison, toxic. The inner city ain't how the world started out. The inner city, we were all once living in dirt houses. So we weren't always living like this. So it just gives you a different. I don't know what the word is. I ain't mad at it though. When it's all said and done, Brandon needs to be back out in the country. I don't even like the city life. I like the stores, stuff like that. But I don't like the city life. It really ain't for me. It really ain't for me. Something that'll always be a little hard for me to get used to. But it is what it is. You guys, these emails are crazy. I'm so sleepy. Look, I cannot make this up, y'all. Look. Hold on, I restarted it. You heard that noise? That's just another email. Well, anyways, I restarted it, but look. This is just what I didn't even answer from last night. I can keep going. Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, it stopped right here. My bad. It stopped right there. So look, this is how many. Look at that. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120 All right, guys, let me get it together. I gotta knock at least half these emails. See, now they starting to come in back to back. This is what I told you. This is the time where people like, yeah, let's bother Granny. Yeah, let's wake Granny up. Child. Too much, too much. The world wants too much from me, y'all. The world wants too much from me. Oh, God. I done took my medicine. I gotta answer. I gotta at least knock half these emails out, or I'm just not even being productive. Let me knock half these emails out, and then I gotta try to go back to bed before I go to work. Have a good day. Good night, good night, good night, good morning, whatever it is. Let me get this party started.